So in today's video, I'm going to be previewing Bradford City versus Notts County, and then in the second part of today's video, I'm going to bring you guys my Game Week 34 League 2 score predictions. If you do go on to enjoy, please make sure to drop a like on there for me. If you could try and hit 80 likes on today's video, that'd be massively appreciated. Subscribe if you're new as well. We are on the road to 9,000 subscribers, so please make sure you are subscribed. If you haven't already, with that post notification bell on, it's free to do so, and it does massively help out. Get your thoughts in as well down in the comment section down below. Let me know down below your score prediction for this match. What would your starting 11 be as well? Obviously no game for us in like the last 10 days. We were meant to play Barrow at the weekend. That was postponed an hour before kick-off. An absolute shambles from everyone involved, really. It sounds like it wasn't really Barrow's fault. They've submitted and complained to the EFL. It sounds like the referee basically just wanted the day off. But our form in the league has been pretty good. We've picked up 10 points out of our last possible 12 at Notts County. Their form recently has been very poor. They've lost 4 of their last 5 in the league as well. I remember when we played them earlier on in the season in the reverse fixture, they were 4-0 up at half-time and absolutely battered us. Their away form, though, isn't particularly great, so I think we could certainly get something out of this. It's 16th versus 14th. Make sure to drop a like on there for me. Subscribe if you're new as well, and let's get into it. Channel memberships are now cheaper than ever, with Tier 1 costing just 99p. Tier 2 has been reduced from $3.99 a month down to $1.99 a month, and Tier 3 has been reduced from $8.99 a month down to just $4.99 a month. Your support, as always, is massively appreciated. The more members that we have, the better the content will be. Enjoy the rest of the video. If we start out then with how both teams have got on so far this season, my team Bradford City, we currently sit 16th in the table. After 33 matches, we've got 12 wins, 10 draws and 11 defeats, scoring 41 goals and conceding 39, which leaves us on a positive 2 goal difference and 46 points. Our last couple of matches then have been a win, a win, a win, a draw and a loss. Them last couple of matches then being a 1-0 defeat at home to Wycombe Wanderers in the Football League Trophy semi-final, a 1-0 win at home to Sutton United, a 4-0 win at home to MK Dons, a 1-0 win away at Wrexham AFC, a 0-0 draw at home to AFC Wimbledon, a 1-0 win at home to Doncaster Rovers in the Football League Trophy quarter-final, and a 2-0 defeat away at Swindon Town. If we compare that then to Notts County, they currently sit 14th in the Sky Bet League 2 table. After 34 matches, they've got 14 wins, only the 5 draws and 15 defeats, scoring 69 goals, which is that the most in the entire division? I'm pretty sure that is the most in the entire division, but they've also conceded at 66, which is the second most in the division. Only Sutton have conceded more with 67, so that tells you clearly where their strengths and weaknesses are. That leaves them on a positive 3 goal difference and 47 points. The last couple of matches have been a loss, a loss, a loss, a win and a loss. Them last couple of games being a 4-3 defeat at home to Sutton United. Conceding 4 goals against Sutton is criminal. They played us the other week and they never really looked like scoring, if we're honest, so to concede 4 goals at home to them is really, really underwhelming. They also had a 3-1 defeat at home to Crewe Alexandra, a 1-0 defeat away at Wrexham AFC, a 3-1 win away at Newport County, and a 3-1 defeat at home to Gillingham FC. Their last Saturday away win in the league, if I've calculated this right, came on the 21st of October, where they beat Gillingham 2-1 away from home. The game that I've just mentioned there, where they beat Newport County, was on a Tuesday night. It was when we played MK Dons, which is crazy to think they've gone that long without winning away from home. Fingers crossed it doesn't happen again on Saturday, but now we're going to get into the team that I would go with if I was Graham Alexander. In terms of my formation then for this game, I have gone with the 3-4-3. In goal, I've gone with Sam Walker. I think over the last couple of matches, he has been excellent. He's been brilliant. The number of saves that he's had to make, especially in that game against Wrexham, but then, you know, the games he played since then, he has had the odd 2 or 3 really good saves to make, and he's produced them. He's been a big part of our success recently. I think he can be the first goalkeeper in like 7 or 9 years, something like that, to keep 5 league clean sheets in a row at the weekend. So fingers crossed he can do that, because he deserves it. He's been brilliant for us over the last couple of weeks and definitely deserves to start in between the sticks. Into the back 3 then, obviously Matty Platt will miss this game through injury. Sustained a hamstring injury against, was it MK Dons? No, it was against Sutton, that's the one, sorry. And yeah, he's going to be unavailable again for this one. So on the right side, I've gone with Jonathan Tompkinson. I think since he's come in and the minutes he's been playing, he's been brilliant playing right centre-back. He gives us normally a real calmness on the ball, but I would say over the last couple of matches, his composure hasn't quite been there. Defensively, though, he still looks pretty strong. He's winning a lot in the air. His recovery pace is vital for us as well, and it's going to be even more important for us in this game, with obviously Matty Platt not being available. But Tompkinson, for me, definitely starts on that right side. In the middle, I've gone with Sam Stubbs. I thought in the last match against Wycombe, he was outstanding for 90 minutes or whatever it was, and then obviously he gets the ball stuck under his feet, and it's in the end a mistake that's cost us a trip to Wembley, but I feel like you can't put all the blame on Sam Stubbs because all of our forwards missed about 17 chances each. So I'm not going to be too critical of Sam Stubbs because I thought in the game overall he had a really, really solid performance. I'm not so sure if Notts County is the right game for him. We saw in the reverse fixture, him and Ash Taylor got completely torn apart in that one, but Stubbs for me on his day can be a good centre half at this level. Can he deal with the more tricky strikers? You know, we know he does a good job against the big physical ones, but against the ones who've got a little bit more pace, a little bit more agility, are traditionally the ones that Sam Stubbs does struggle with, but obviously he's much better than Ash Taylor, so he starts in the middle for me. And at left centre-back, I've gone with Kieran Kelly. He's been brilliant for us since Alexander has come in. He's come on leaps and bounds. I've mentioned it over the last couple of match previews. He's been absolutely excellent at left centre-back. Gives us that natural left-footed balance as well, so definitely deserves to stay in this team. There's not really much to say about him apart from he's very good, so he deserves to play. Into my midfield four then, at right wing-back, I've gone with Brad Halliday. Again, very similar to Kelly. Very good, deserves to play. He's been excellent for us so far this season, pretty much every game that he has played. Definitely my player of the season so far. Scores goals, creates chances, brilliant defensively, absolutely has to stay in this side, and again would start at right wing back for me. And in terms of my two central midfielders then, firstly I've gone with Alex Gilliard, and he will be my captain for this game. This will be Richie Smallwood's second game that he is suspended for, and I don't really want to see Sam Stubbs in midfield, so Gilliard for me should start in midfield. He's been brilliant whenever he's had the opportunity to wear the captain's armband. I think he's very good at left wing back. I think when Smallwood's back available, you maybe stick with Gilliard at left wing back, because I thought he did a really, really good job in that position against Wickham, and you have McDonald and Smallwood in that midfield. I think that would be a very, very good midfield four. But Gilliard for me, for now, while Smallwood is suspended, deserves to stay in the middle. And partnering him, I've gone with Kevin McDonald. He's obviously going to be fit for this one, thankfully. It was really weird how we were trying to manage his minutes over the period of when Smallwood was meant to be banned and all that sort of stuff. I did think was quite bizarre, but having had 10 days off now, he should definitely be fit and available to start in this one. I don't think he played in the reverse fixture, and against Notts County, we're probably going to have a lot of the ball. We need someone like McDonald to have some composure on the ball, use his experience well, and we definitely need him in the centre of midfield. And at left wing back, I've gone with Lewis Richards. I'm pretty sure he was in the squad against Barrow, or he certainly travelled. That was clear to see. And again, he's had another week now to rest his eye. The swelling should be perfectly fine now. He probably won't even really have much of a black eye anymore as well. And Richards, in the majority of the games that he has played, has been very good. Yes, in the reverse fixture for this one, he was absolutely shocking, but he hadn't played for a month and then got thrown in at the deep end, really. And Richards, for me, is a very, very good left back at this level. Left back, left wing back, whatever you want to call it. I just hope that he's really been building on that fitness over the last couple of weeks and he's able to play for 90 minutes, not just 45, 60, 70 minutes, because after that, he normally seems to blow out. But Richards, on his day, can be a very good left wing back at this level, especially going forward. And into my front three then, as the right winger, I've gone with my February player of the month in Clark Adore. He's been exceptional over the last month. Not only is he adding goals, assists, he's creating chances, his quality on the ball is excellent. He's finally producing what we thought we signed in the summer, where for the first 6 months really of his Bradford City career, he was more going through the motions, as Graham Alexander mentioned, but he's now working hard. He's providing us a good option defensively as well. You know, his tracking back seems to be getting a little bit better, but going forward, he's scoring goals, creating chances, and absolutely has to stay in this side at this moment in time. He's undroppable. As my striker then, I've gone with Andy Cook. Disappointing news coming out this week that Jake Young unfortunately has sustained a pretty long-term hamstring injury when he came on off the bench against MK Dons. He's had to have surgery on that, which is very disappointing. It looks unlikely he will play again this season. He might make the last game, potentially the playoffs, but even that seems a little bit of a stretch, which is really, really disappointing. So Andy Cook has to start. There's no real complaints about that. I think Cook on his day can be a very good player. In the reverse fixture, if he scores 6 or 7 goals, I don't think anyone really complains about that. He just had a bad game, and I feel like the fact we were 4-0 down, he was losing a little bit of composure, losing his head a little bit as well. It looked like he was having an argument with a couple of fans towards the end of the game, but since then he's kind of got his goal scoring form back. His link up play seems to be back to how good it was last season, and for me personally, definitely deserves to start in this match. I think if we had him against Wickham, he wasn't suspended, we would probably be sat here thinking we've got Wembley in a couple of weeks, because Tyler Smith's finishing was really, really disappointing. And as a left winger, I've gone with Callum Kavanagh. I think he's very hit and miss sometimes, is Kavanagh, but I think I want him in the side because he's scoring goals, and sometimes he might not really do much throughout a game, but he'll score a winner, like what he did against Sutton. He is a handful. I certainly think he can provide threats in behind with his pace, trickery, and all that sort of stuff. So I'd stick with Callum Kavanagh in this side, and hopefully he can come up with another goal. On the bench then for me, that I'd leave Colin Doyle, Ash Taylor, Liam Rideout, Bobby Poynton, Harry Chapman, Tyreek Wright, and Tyler Smith. The players currently unavailable are Daniel Yagoke, Matty Platt, who should be back in a couple of weeks, Richie Smallwood, who is suspended, Alex Patterson, Jamie Walker is still 2 weeks away from returning to full training, and Jake Young, as we say, is probably going to miss the remainder of this season. So the players who will miss out through selection will be Adam Wilson and Matt Derbyshire. Now then, we're going to get into my Game Week 34 League 2 score predictions. Starting out then with the big derby between AFC Wimbledon and MK Dons. I am back in the away side at 4-2-0 win. Bradford City versus Notts County. Every time I predict us to win, we never do, so I'm going with a high scoring 2-2 draw. Colchester United versus Stockport County. I'm back in the away side at 4-2-1 win. Crawley Town versus Barrow AFC. I think it'll be quite a scrappy, ugly game, but I'm back in the Bluebirds at 4-1-0 win. Crewe Alexandra versus Morecambe FC. I think finishes in a 2-0 home win. Grimsby Town versus Forest Green Rovers. Osadibe again scoring for Forest Green the other day against Wrexham, where they ended up conceding a last-minute penalty, but I think Forest Green will win this match 2-1. Newport County versus Mansfield Town. I'm back in the Stags at 4-3-1 win. Salford City versus Gillingham FC. I'm back in the home side at 4-2-1 win. Swindon Town versus Harrogate Town. I think finishes in a 1-1 draw. Tranmere Rovers versus Sutton United. I think finishes in a 2-0 home win. Walsall FC versus Doncaster Rovers. I'm back in neither side. I'm going with a 3-3 draw in that one. And finally, Wrexham AFC versus Accrington Stanley. I'm back in the home side at 4-3-0 win. But I'm going to leave it there then for today's video. If you have enjoyed, please make sure to drop a like on there for me. If you could try and hit 80 likes. As I said at the start of today's video, that would be massively appreciated. Subscribe if you're new as well. We're on the road to 9,000 subscribers, so please make sure you are subscribed. If you haven't already, with that post notification bell on, it's free to do so, and it does massively help out. Get your thoughts in as well down in the comment section down below. Let me know down below your score prediction for this match. What would your starting 11 be as well? Would you make any changes from our most recent match against Wycombe Wanderers? But that was ages ago, so just let me know down below what your starting 11 would be. Thank you all for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you on Saturday for the match day vlog. Peace.